like about him?
Well, I like because number one, he is articulate.
Yeah.
Number two, he is really compassionate African American, and really he is making history for him to come up to this level. He's not the first African American to be a candidate, but he seems to be coming at the right time.
Yeah.
For people to understand, and I guess for a black president. So that's what it is.
Where are you guys from?
San Francisco.
Berkeley. So I came because I wanted to see Obama in person and find out more about him as a candidate and a person.
He's captivating, I guess. And, it's like a big party out here, which is great. And I don't know. I don't know enough of what I should, so I guess that's why we're here.
I'm excited about his prospects. I think he's a promising candidate, but I don't know enough yet to say more than that.
Right now, I think I like John Edwards, though, and so he has to win over my vote.
Alex. Where are you from? I'm from Oakland. I know a little bit about Obama. He wrote a book, right, and that's pretty cool. He's a Democratic candidate. I figured I'd just kind of show up and see what's up.
Yeah, my name's Tony.
Where are you from?
From Oakland. I live in Oakland, yeah.
What brings you out today?
I just wanted to check out Obama, see what he's got to say, see if, what the hype is all about, basically, Really surprised at the turnout, I thought I was going to wait in line, but I couldn't find the end of it, so I just I'll just come over here. Well, offhand, I say I like him the best, because he's the one that's been the most firm on the anti-war strategy, and as far as Hillary Clinton, she seems like she's been a little more wobbly on that issue, especially in terms of how she voted on it and stuff.
My name is John Wells.
And where are you from, John?
I'm from Oakland Military Institute here in Oakland, California.
Great. And are you? What brings you out today?
Well, I'm a civic-minded individual, and I would like to hear what all the candidates have to say, and before I decide who I'm going to support in this next presidential election.
Gotcha. So at this point, you don't really have a preference for one of the candidates? A little early in the game, maybe?
Well, I'm leaning towards the Democratic Party. However, with all the candidates that are running for this nomination, I'm open-minded, and when I hear all the issues and all the platforms, then I will send my support that way.
My name is Josh Franco.
I'm Rodney Nickens.
Yang Lee, UC Merced.
We go to the University of California, Merced. Well, Students for Barack Obama was started on Facebook in late last year, and it's transformed into the nationwide grassroots organization. And just last week, we became the official outreach arm for the main campaign.
What excites you about Obama?
Well, I think he's inspirational. He's visionary. He really wants to have everybody make a difference. So it's not just about getting involved in a campaign necessarily, but getting involved in your community, starting that neighborhood watch, getting involved in the city council, running for an office, really making a change in our society. So I like him because he inspires that in people, or at least in me.
And I think the great thing about this campaign is not only that it's about Senator Obama, but it's about all of us. It's about students getting involved. It's about us taking back our nation and our communities, one person at a time. And I think that's what's the most exciting thing about Senator Barack Obama, what he inspires, people to do and to get involved. And he empowers people with, a sense of hope. So I think that's a really great thing about him, and that's why I support him.
Okay. Well, do you think he's the right candidate for young people?
Definitely,
Yes,
I think
we do.
I definitely think he appeals to a wide variety of youth. Definitely.
I mean, if you just want to swing your camera around and just see the diverse group of people that are here. Now, I don't know about any other candidates, but if you ask me, this is one of the most diverse of colors that I've seen at any rally, and that in itself should show you what kind of a magnitude and depth this candidate really is. And so, I mean, just from the three of us, I mean, you know what I mean? So, if one man can do that, can align the values of this many different groups of people, then the question answers itself.
My name is Philip. Yes, sir. I'm from New York City. Well, you know something? Just listen to him. It brings a whole lot of hope. It's like another Malcolm, another Martin, but a man. you know, a man. And we need some change in this system today. We really do. With what's going on here in our communities and throughout the world, you know, I mean, he may not do a whole lot, but he can try to do something, put a dent in what's going on, you know. You know, I just love him. You know, I feel so good. And, you know, the people are out here, I mean, whatever nationality, background, or everything like that, we all bleed red. We all human beings. We're a child of God. And, you know, hope is alive. Hope is alive. That's it, you know.
If there's one thing that he said today that moved you the most, what would that be?
Basically, health care. I'm at 58 years old, high blood pressure, unemployed right now. I'm an unemployed truck driver. And, like, right now, it's hard because, like, sometimes I can't afford the medication, you know, and I have to deal with generic medication, you know, and you know, it works and sometimes it don't work, and like I'm hoping where it could be a plan where all people who can't afford it can get it. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and also there's another thing. Also, our communities, you know, we need hope in our communities throughout the world, and also I think basically bring the troops back because where we going is nowhere. You know, and I'd rather him than to have Bush in there. And I love the man. I love the man. You know, he's a man. He's a man's man of a man. Thank you.
My name is Dick from San Jose. I was impressed. I think he's, I think he's energetic, interesting. I think he's really well spoken. I think, I'm not sure whether he's electable or not, but I really like what he had to say. I'm a Democrat, so I'm trying to make up my mind who I'm gonna support. I was interested that he voted against the war, yet obviously the whole war military thing was a big theme, having the kid introduce him, the soldier and so on. So it's an interesting tactic, I find, where they're trying to, come up on the side of the soldiers and of the kids that are over there fighting, and yet he's so strongly against the war. And I think we're going to hear that from every candidate. So they're trying to milk the sensitivity vote in favor of the military, the soldiers and so on. But on the other hand, they're clearly trying to build a constituency that's against the war. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out, whether they can continue to do that. All the other stuff, health, education, health insurance, environment. It's like mother and apple pie. Nobody's going to be against that. So I think he's trying to set his course, and I think he's got a good shot. The problem is around here in the Bay Area, I know it's artificial because there's so much rest of the world, so much rest of the country that's going to have a hard time voting for an African American and a hard time voting for a woman too. So I think that would say that Edwards has got a pretty good shot, but Edwards doesn't have the energy and the excitement that a guy like Obama could generate. So I'd rather see somebody like Obama who has more freshness, newness, and that's of course the problem with Hillary too, is that she's sort of perceived as part of the old school. So.
Great.
My name is Viola Lynch.
And where are you from?
Californian.
What brings you out today?
Barack Obama. Love that man. Yes.
You have to get a vote for him?
One of the best.
Okay. What do you like about him the best?
Everything. The way he talks, the things he say, and he'll make a good president. He's just what we need in this country. And I hope that people go out and vote him and get him in office.
What do you think the biggest problem in this country is today?
Everything. There's nothing right. Nothing going right. Everything. It's all kind of problem. And the biggest one's right in Washington.